We are starting the second session of today. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce to you Robson Teles. That's the way we say it in Portuguese. But you can call him Robson, Dude, and he'll answer, but that's okay. So Robson has a lot of experience in the translation industry. He started on the vendor side also, but has been working for a while with Nokia. He's in charge of localization for Latin America for some products, and also localization of at a global level for other products within Nokia. And he's going to share with us his view of localization in CRM. So welcome, Robson Teles.
Thank you. Renato, I might say that I didn't like you when you said that we are enemy. We are not enemy. So now we are more collaborating, and I'm sure that you're...
No, I will say that line bridge is the enemy.
Oh, okay, I see. Now it's better. Yeah.
My enemy.
Yeah, your enemy. And I think there are a few places that you can say that you're the localization specialist or the localization manager that you work with translation, and nobody's going to say, what you're talking about it. And I think that's one of the places. My pleasure is to be here with you and also share with you some knowledge about the CRM, combine it with the localization. And I think that I'm not the specialist of that area, but I think I can bring you some insights, and also we can just discuss about the strengths on that area and how we can contribute to the business. And that's the most important thing. Avatar. Some months ago I was watching a talk show, and Oprah is asking James Cameron about how long have he take or should you take to create or produce the Avatar's movie. And he said about 10 years. And he started explaining why. Because of the technology, he needs to develop a new camera for, capture the movement for 3D movies. And also there is a huge technology behind of that movie. And one interesting question that she asked him was, how long have you taken to create a script, or to create a script, or produce a script, to write a script? And he said 2 months. And he started to explain why as well. He said that he needs to create a simple script in order to connect all the human beings, to connect all the nations, to all the countries. And I think that's totally related to what we're doing here. Localization and technology is working together. And we need to have that technology in order to offer this kind of content. When I mean content, I mean localized content to our consumers, to our customers. And I think that localization technology is working together. If you look at like 10 years ago, we are translating a paper, sending fax to the customer, and now we are on the website area where we can just localize whatever you are, and that's the current situation. And I think if we can just continue working together with the technology, we are going to reach our customers in a better way. We can just offer more business and more innovations to them. And of course, the customers bring the technology to us, but we need to accommodate our facilities, our staff, in order to be in that level, so we can just contribute to the customers. And localization is something that we already know. We are communicating, and that's what we are doing now. Communicating in order to be transmitting information to our consumers and our customers. Thanks God we have the globalization, because for that reason we are working and work really hard. I'm sure that for the past few years we are increasing our customers, we are increasing the jobs, the work. And one specific point that I'd like to highlight here is the go-to-market process. If you compare a few years ago, you're going to say that a product, the lifetime of the product, it was like 5 years, 3 years, 7 years. and nowadays is half a month or just 1 year. And that brings something back to the localization business that we need to go faster to the market. So for this reason, customers are always asking you, can you deliver in 3 days, 2 days? Because they need to go faster to the market in order to achieve the consumers and sell their products before the competitors. And one thing that brings benefit from the globalization is we can do anywhere, everywhere. And that's reality. And for that reason, many companies are moving to China, using the Indians for for programming their softwares and etc. And of course, that's a picture that shows when we are going to see a burger in Chinese or in Japan and etc. So this mix of cultures brings some innovation to the business. And when we are talking about innovation to the business, we are saying that the globalization demands much more from the locking agencies, and also, of course, in power of localization work. Recently, we have changed our global office in Americas. Recently, I mean 1 year ago. And I was there because we had some issues with the project management. And my first presentation was not about results or what I'm expecting from them. But my first presentation to them was what means Nokia in their business, or how can they collaborate with my business? Because we are not translating more words, we are translating concepts, we are translating ideas. We are the way that the customers are selling to the consumers, and that's the important thing. And also, I start that presentation with them. And also, I always place an open door to them to make some internal workshops because I want the translators, the resources, know that idea, share this idea, that they are selling my product to consumers. They are selling my ideas to the consumers. And I think that's the concept that localization, translation agencies should bear in mind. Because you're not translating words, you're translating ideas, you're selling my products, you're selling the company's products to the consumers. And that's, I think it's really important. And when we're talking about customers and consumers, we have noticed that it changed, So now we are seeing that the customers and consumers have different flavors, expectations. Selected versions, we have new approaches. We have to improve the purchase cycles, segmentation market. And on this segmentation market, I know that many companies are spending a lot of money to understand their customers and also bring some innovation to the market. And I believe that the localization agency can fully contribute to that part because you know the language. And you know the consumer. So you can transform the Square product or the Square information into a new experience to the consumers. And that's the most important thing that localization and translation agency should focus on. That's a global research for Nielsen. They have interviewed 25,000 internet users in different 50 countries. And they just realized that the brand websites and consumer opinions put online has practically has the same percent of trust. And also one important data is regarding to recommendation from people who they know. So the consumers are trusting other consumers. And people or the companies doesn't know how to treat that. So they are just creating some innovation, some process in order to work on that. And one important thing is from 2007 to 2009, the brand sponsorship has increased in levels of trust from 39% to 64%. And if you look at Latin America, the numbers are more expressive. So in Venezuela and Colombia,